Okay, so I'm here with Kristopher Black, local MMA star. He'll be fighting at Tabor Scrap November 1st. Big time fighter, a very aggressive fight style. I saw a video of him fighting. I'm very impressed. Everybody that has like seen him fight told me about him. Like, man, you gotta watch this guy fight. And then finally, when I saw him fight, I was like, what the fuck? How does he do this? Like, he's so aggressive and so like calculated. It's pretty amazing thing. So, Chris, what got you into MMA?
So, around like the end of high school, I was getting into a lot of trouble fighting, right? And I didn't really know where I was going to go after high school.
Yeah.
Because I just knew I hated the classroom, right? So I was going to go be a Marine, and like a stereotypical kind of like person that want to go to the Marines, like just a like
Jarhead.
Yeah, like a violent kind of person, like someone who probably doesn't have a good home life. You know what I mean? And that didn't work out. You know, I went and I ended up getting sick. And I had to come home, and I still kept getting in street fights. And I just like.
Okay, so when you say you didn't have a good home life, so what in your home life made you draw from anger? Because I've been to boys' homes. Like, I've been to, like, Woodside Trails, Hill Country Youth Ranch. I know what it is to get kicked out of school and go to boys' homes. So when you say that you had a troubled, like, childhood, what of your childhood that drew from anger?
I can't get into too much detail about it.
You can say whatever you want.
The most I'll say about it is just drug abuse.
Drug abuse
in the household, yeah. That's what I had to see, like right before I had to become a young adult, and you know, and as a young man, I didn't know how to control that. I guess like everything that I was dealing with at the house.
Was it abuse from people?
No, just having to see people that I'm very like
close to.
Yeah, go through it.
Linked up, and then like having to see them in a bad position.
Right. Yeah.
And so then like
it
the
took
frustration.
a toll on me.
Fuck yeah, it takes a toll on you.
I had to be the rock, and I just had to have an outlet for violence, I guess.
An outlet for violence. Yeah.
I had a real close friend at the time that I started with, and we were together our whole journey for like 2 or 3 years almost, and then we had a fallout, and that's how I ended up at Monsters Den now, and he's still over at Nightmare.
Yeah, I heard a lot of great things about Monsters Den. Okay, so who influenced you in pursuing your MMA dream? Like in your life, like who really like you said, hey, I got this dream, I want to be a fighter, and then you told them this dream, and then they kind of pushed you into it. Who inspired you, whether it be a fighter or a person in life? Who did that?
Myself.
Yourself.
Nobody got me into it. Like no, if anything, it was discouraged by my family. Like my dad was always talking about, oh, like you need to take life more serious. You know, he didn't really support it at first. Like whenever I was struggling with bills, and I would ask him like, hey, like can I borrow $100 for like my gym fees or whatever? He'd be like, sorry, I can't support that, you know. But now that he sees like this is like a good thing for me, and I'm more healthy now because of it, and in a better mental state. And he was there whenever I knocked that fool out in my first fight too. He was real proud of his father. His name was Miguel Hernandez or Miguel Ortiz or something. Miguel Ortiz or something like that.
What'd you hit him with?
With the 1-1-2.
1-1-2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're fighting at the community center at Tabor Scrap. How has your training been going?
My training's been going pretty good. I feel like I'm progressing like along in my cardio and my strength and conditioning. Like
you look big. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I watched you fight, and then when I looked at you, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker's way bigger than what he looks.
Yeah.
Like, cause you look a certain way on video, but when I seen you, you're a pretty big sized dude. You're not just no average Joe. I think sometimes, like when we look at NFL players on TV or like different people on TV, you don't realize how big they are.
Yeah, the picture at the weigh-ins was even worse. Like whenever I was like flexing up. Oh shit.
Oh, you're good.
Whenever I was flexing up on him, like after the weigh-ins, like he didn't come back as heavy as I did. I think I was like 9 pounds heavier than him the next day.
Yeah.
He was a little dude, but
he got his little ass whooped.
Yeah. No, it was. Poor guy, you know. I think he was on like a weight loss journey or some shit.
Yeah.
Because the pictures that I saw of him before the fight, he was like pretty beefed up or whatever. So.
Okay, so when you studied for him, like what were you studying? Like, okay, so you get to watch this guy fight. So like whenever you pick apart a fight, what do you look at? Like whenever you say, hey, you know, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch this guy fight, what do you look for?
Okay, so Brandon Wakefield actually got us the opportunity to meet Carlos Condit.
I know Carlos. Hey,
right.
Real good at striking, and he's a jiu-jitsu guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad
he's a
motherfucker.
very well-rounded fighter.
Very well-rounded fighter.
And
fought a lot of champions.
yeah,
Bad
so
motherfuckers.
yeah, that's what I'm getting to. He's very well known for his fight with George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
And he was very close to beating him in that fight. And I asked him, I was like, how do you prepare for a well-rounded fighter like George St. Pierre? And he said, man, honestly, I should have made him deal with me more than trying to game plan for him and prepare for what he's going to do. You know what I mean? He said that he should have taken the hammer to him kind of deal.
No, I understand.
So yeah, I applied that. Like that's what I did in my fight. You know, he didn't even get a chance to really swing on me like more than once or twice.
Yeah, I've seen your fight, but I was like, dude, it's crazy because you bring so much pressure. It's like if I was in a position to fight with you, it's like you're getting hit with so many punches that it overwhelms you because you're steady coming. There's no break. There's no setup. There's no nothing. You're getting hit in the mouth every punch.
Right.
And then kicks, punch, whatever. It's like it's a very aggressive style. Brandon Wakefield, Johnny Ramirez, Johnny was like, hey, bro, have you ever seen this guy fight? And I was like, no. He's like, MMA is out the window. He's trying to kill you.
Right,
I'm like, wow,
yeah.
what? I said, man, I got to have him on my podcast. I need to have that guy on my podcast. So where do you train?
I train at Monsters Den MMA. Yeah.
Okay, so Johnny Aguilar.
Yeah, Johnny Aguilar.
So I hear great things about him all the time. Like I've had several podcasts. Everybody says he's a really good coach. So what does he do for you to prepare you for fights?
Man, he really just he took me in with open arms. Really, there was a little confusion about what was said between me and him or me and the team before, but we cleared that up.
You were talking gas shit. You were talking some cash shit.
I don't even think I was, but it was just confusion,
Confusion.
like he said, she said kind of thing.
He
So
said, she said.
we cleared that up, and Johnny's a really nice guy, and he took me in as family. I feel like, and I love all the guys I train with.
Who you train with?
I train with my number one boy right now is Zeke, but he needs to get his ass in the gym a little bit more.
Zeke's a bitch. Is Zeke's bitching up like that?
Zeke's a bitch? Nah, Zeke ain't no bitch.
No, I'm saying, but is he not showing up? No, I'm saying in the aspect of not showing up.
Nah, he probably has some real life important shit going on because the gym is kind of his home. I feel like.
So what does Zeke? Okay, when you
if
train,
he's going through something, he's gonna be in the gym.
So what does Zeke bring to you? Like when you train with Zeke, what does he bring to you?
He's got some great striking. I'm 40 pounds bigger than him right now, so whenever we wrestle, it's not too competitive, but that's okay. You know, nobody's expecting our smaller guys to out wrestle me with how big I am. But Zeke, he's almost my height, and he's got some really clean striking because he used to be a boxer before he took his first MMA.
Okay, so what does he weigh about?
He weighs about 145.
Whoa, he's bringing it like that. So he has wrestling and striking.
Yeah, I'd say.
And when I mean
he's
bitching up on the workouts. Yeah. I know damn well he's not.
Yeah, nah, he's not training for a fight right now. I don't think.
So he's just kind of relaxed.
Yeah, he's helping us out wherever he can. You know?
Yeah, so he's pretty well rounded though.
Yeah, but
that's good.
Me and him have been friends for a very long time.
Do you train with Johnny? Sometimes Ramirez.
Johnny Ramirez. Yeah.
How's he whenever you train and spar with him?
It's hard to tell right now. It's hard to tell because work schedules, our schedules have just now started to where we start running into each other at the gym. So I haven't gotten to see much of him train.
No. Johnny is that in the gym.
Yeah. He's a cool dude before. Yeah.
That's my bro. I love Johnny. No, I mean, Johnny's going to fight either way. But yeah. Y'all have different work schedules, yeah. So, your fighting style is very aggressive. How do you address that in cardio training? So, knowing that you're a person that tries to overwhelm your opponent, how do you address that in training? Because it's not easy to do that. If I try to fight like you, I'd be done in a minute.
Yeah. No,
so,
and
what are your exercises that you go to in that aspect?
So, Brandon Wakefield always said that you only fight at 30% of what you train. So, I always try to, incorporate at least a round or two more of what I would actually be fighting in. So, if I do a workout on a bag, I'll try to do a 3-minute warm-up, of just me getting loose or whatever. And the main workout, the main work period would be 9 minutes, the duration of my fight. And I would try to keep it at a fight pace, very high pace, very high power. You know
Super
what I mean? Just as long as I can.
But your definition of high pace is different than the next man's definition of high pace.
Yeah, it's not as fluid. It's a little bit more powerful, more.
No, it's aggressive as fuck.
Yes, of course. And then once I finish that round, I'll do like a round of shadow boxing or something to stay loose, and then I'll do however many more heavy rounds I need to on the bag for 3 minutes, just to get my work in for that.
Okay,
day.
so give me 5. Okay, so me and you are in the gym. Give me five exercises that you like. Like, give me 5 like workouts that you do, whether it be like burpees. Give me 5 exercises that if I'm coming in there and say, hey, bro, I want to train with you. Give me 5 exercises that you would take me through that are your bread and butter.
All right, so you're a lifting guy. I'm gonna give you some lifts.
All right, come on, give me one.
So, number 1, power clean.
Power clean.
Power clean.
Barry
yeah.
Sanders, the greatest running back to me of all time is Barry Sanders, and he always was power clean.
Yeah.
So
it's important for
it's
wrestling,
very
like
important.
getting up underneath people, being able to like just really take.
What's your
take
best
that-
power
that-
clean?
My best power clean. Probably whenever I was a junior in high school, I did like 275.
That's good.
Yeah.
And 275 is really
There's a video
good.
on Twitter somewhere of me doing it.
I mean, 275 is really good.
Yeah, it was.
It's really good.
I don't know how long it took.
I ain't gonna lie, like I did 600 and some pounds in high school, 188. And my best power clean was about that. So it's very explosive to have and especially at your weight because you weren't as big as me
Right.
at that time. So it's very explosive.
Yeah, so that's one. Yeah, honestly, squat,
Squat.
of course.
Definitely.
Squat is like the most important lift.
People don't even know that,
in,
right?
in any sport. I feel
Any
like.
sport, get
Like,
the fuck off
correct
me.
me if I'm wrong, but squat is the most important.
Even John Jones, bro, you see him squatting heavy, bro. Like
Right.
he's skinny, but you just not gonna wrestle him any way you want.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm gonna skip bench because, of course, everybody wants to bench. But for more like fighting oriented, I like doing military press, kind of
Shoulder work,
Yeah,
front
just
shoulder.
straight from the chest, having good explosive formation
Mhm.
or form going up. So how many was that? 3.
That's
We
3.
got 2 more. I like doing curls with kettlebells.
Curls with
Or like
kettlebell.
any workout that I
Why
that-
curls?
curls just
Because you have
that's-
to.
that-
live,
yeah. And I do it with a twisting form too, so I get a forearm workout at the same time too.
Yeah.
All right,
And then one more.
yeah, one more. I like hitting the tire with the sledgehammer. Yeah.
You a gladiator.
I used to
bro.
work in the oil field, so I used to do a lot of like sledgehammer work. Like that was my main job. So I was like ripped as fuck when I was in the oil.
Okay, so who is your opponent for the next fight?
His name is Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith. At least you know him. I've asked people who you fighting. They're like, I don't even know.
I don't know him either.
I'm like, bro. Like, no, I know you don't know. Okay, so
I've
look.
seen a picture of him.
Oh,
That's
you seen a
about it.
picture? That's scary, bro. I know you're
He
not.
don't look
Listen.
scary.
Nah,
Poor
he
guy.
don't look scary. That shit don't mean shit. Jake Paul don't look scary. Look, that shit. You could look like Tarzan and fight like Jane, and you could look like Jane and fight like Tarzan. That shit don't matter.
He could be a thug. Like he could.
Real straight up, but no. Okay, look. In my opinion, okay, you're fighting a guy who is a debuter, right? So
Right.
to me, as a person who is not in there, I would feel weird because it's like I don't know his style, I don't know what he throws, I don't know what his strengths are, so I'm just going in there and I'm kind of just like a test dummy in a way because I don't know what to plan for. How do you feel as a person like going into a fight like that where I don't get to look at, like the 49ers get to look at tapes of the Cowboys get to look at tapes of the Chargers.
Right.
You don't get to look at tape of your opponent, you just have to step in there and whatever he does, he does. And he gets to watch you fight because you've had fights, so he gets to watch you, but you don't get to watch him. How do you feel about that as a disadvantage or advantage?
I don't feel like he's at an advantage from looking at my last fight because it's been well over 2 years since then too, and you can ask anybody, even the people that don't like me. I've definitely fucking progressed since then. Like I'm a new fighter like since then. So anything he has film of like the pressure, maybe that's the only thing that he can see to prepare for. But you should be ready.
The pressure would scare me off.
You
for
should be
real.
ready for that, like in going into any fight anyway.
Yeah,
so,
pressure. Yeah.
So really, he's not getting nothing.
He
from
knows
it.
he ain't got no room to breathe.
Yeah.
Bro.
No. I'm just. I know since he's debuting and he's coming from like. Well, Peter said they like to stand and bang, but you know, like Peter.
Peter, what about Peter? Go.
Yeah,
Go.
nah, it's Peter. Yeah.
Peter don't know what he's talking about.
No, I love Peter, but
No, I love Peter too,
Peter,
my
Peter
brother.
just wants to get me hyped for it, but
Peter gonna talk
but,
that shit to
but
try to
it
gas
says
you up.
wrestling in their fucking gym name, so I don't know if Peter's like fucking pulling my leg or some shit, but
Oh yeah.
but I don't know, it might be like a garage style gym like Monsters Den. That's what I really think.
That shit don't mean
Yeah,
shit either.
it don't mean shit either, but I know this. I know he's gonna try to shoot on me once I hit him once or twice.
Oh, of course. I would too. God damn, bless me. Please stop
He's
hitting
either
me.
gonna try to clinch up.
Please stop hitting me, bro.
Or he's gonna shoot like a double on me, and I've got something planned for that. So
some knees, what you using?
I got some nasty planned for
some
it.
nasty.
Me and Chris
Shoot
Gonzalez.
if you want to.
Chris Gonzalez was holding pads for me the other day with something nasty for something like that. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chris.
We're
Okay,
cooking
so
up
how's
something
Chris?
good.
Chris is my bro. I love Chris. Like I love his father so much that I love him. I don't even barely know him, but it's like my brother because like I knew his dad so well and I loved his dad so much that when I look at him I see his dad. So how's it training with Chris?
Chris, he has a lot of knowledge for how young he is. I always seem to forget how young he is, even though he's
and
like
very mature, very calm, very
he's,
humble.
He's a smaller
He's
guy,
a very
so
good,
like he really has to. I don't know. Like he has to be tough as fuck. Like
He has
really,
to be tough.
especially training with us. Like
Uh-huh.
like everybody in there is bigger than him basically. So
Everybody.
so yeah. And I always tell him like
And
he'll have competitive roles and competitive sparring rounds with me, and he's like. I couldn't tell you how much he weighed, but he's a little
A buck
guy.
nothing.
Yeah, no, and I'll tell him like it would have been a lot more competitive if I was
Your size.
like
Yeah, and
he's
he don't
really
give a fuck,
good.
does he?
Yeah, he's a thug. Yeah, he don't give a fuck. That's why I like training.
His
with him.
dad's like that, bro. Like his dad, I swear to God, his dad did no working out, gonna squabble hard in a bitch anytime you want to fight. No, you got 3 words. Fuck you, fight.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fighting. Yeah.
Dude, no, I'm to the point. I'm gonna start punching people and just let them figure out why I punched.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see. What's the next question? So, okay, you don't even get to draw from your opponent's strength, so that's not even it. So, do you have any sponsors?
Right now, my only sponsor is Tempest Tattoo. My tattoo artist Dennis Gomez is.
Bro, I know Dennis. Dennis did he done art on me. I grew up with Dennis. He's like went to my high school and
He's
everything.
a real close friend of mine.
I know Dennis.
Yeah,
Dennis is really
he's done
good people.
all of my work, like everything.
He's gotten really good.
Yeah, no, he's a
Over-
fucking great dude too. He's
So is he sponsoring you? Like,
yeah,
is
he is. He's drawing up a design for a shirt right now,
Yeah.
and so what I'm doing back for him is I'm gonna sell these shirts at whatever it costs to make them, so I can have like fucking $10 T-shirts for sale or whatever. Because I'm not in this to make no money. I'm not in it to like.
No, but even in
come
that
up on
sense, you do
anything,
deserve, because eventually you're going to take this to another level, and you do deserve sponsorships, and you work so hard.
Dude, I don't
that
know
you
if I
do
want to
deserve-
go pro.
Why?
Dude, I just want to hurt people.
You just want to hurt people?
I don't even care if I win, dude.
Yeah,
I
heard that.
I'm just gonna go in and fucking swing. I don't care if I win.
Okay, so you don't care if you win.
Nah.
Okay, so that
Is
reminds
that crazy to say that? Like.
No. Okay, so remember when Nate Diaz fought Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
He says, you don't have a choice. I'm here to kill or be killed.
Right.
And that was
Yeah,
the most
no.
potent shit talk line ever. It's like, I don't give a fuck if I win. I'm here to fight.
Right.
It doesn't
no.
matter. And that's the hardest person to fight. It's like you're fighting Pearl Harbor. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like a person who doesn't care if they win. They're not here to win. They're just here to put up their best effort. That's dangerous, bro. Like what you said that's crazy. So
Yeah. So how do you prepare for somebody who don't give a fuck if they lose?
like you don't give a fuck if you lose. He'll throw anything.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like okay, so like
Dude,
you know,
I can throw some spinning shit now too. I might throw some fucking Leota
Some
Machida
mate-
nasty shit.
you ain't
like,
you ain't quite Leota though yet. Leota's a motherfucker. Remember when
Yeah.
Leota fought John Jones? Like
Yeah.
John, he was doing good until he got stood up and choked out by the
that
cage.
nasty ass.
He was, bro, like his in and out was so good. Like I love Leota because his dad was a short karate guy, right?
Mhm.
So he taught him the in and out. So Leota would like fight slow, like he would start slow, and then he would just explode on you, and it was like ferocious. I love Leota Machida. So when you bring that guy up, he's like, wow.
Yeah.
To me, he gave John Jones
It's crazy
the
to
best
me
fight.
how that style makes it so far at like a high level like that, especially at that light heavyweight division at that time. You wouldn't think a karate taekwondo.
But I'm
kind
saying
of
you give me
fighter.
your time, and you're giving me your time in the whole fight, and then you just switch it to an explosive level. Like you're fighting me, you're punching me, or whatever, and then you just explode. Like Leota is one of the most explosive fighters.
He's a lot
I've
more
ever
patient
seen.
than me.
He's very. Yeah, you don't have no patience, bro. We can't even talk about patience. Bro, I swear to God, from the whole time I saw you fight, you were chunking punches. There was no break. There was no stop. There was no. They were like, "Hey man, have you ever seen Chris Black fight?" And I was like, no, why? They're like, it's extreme pressure. He don't give a fuck about nothing. All martial arts are out the window as soon as the bell rings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy to me. So how do you prepare for like, okay, what is your emotion? I know everybody has like an emotion they draw from, like something in their head. I remember when I would have 900-pound squat attempts and stuff. There was a vision of my mom at my grandma's funeral, like where I remember my mom crying and being very emotional, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I know my mom's dream at that time was to bring her mom back. So then my mom was looking in my grandma's coffin and just tears were running down her face. And I would think about that every time I squatted. Like I would think about like a person having a dream, but this dream is impossible. Like no matter what, you can't bring your mom back. No matter what, you can't bring your dad back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we have this dream in front of us and we fear it a lot. Like we're scared to take a chance. We're scared to fail. We're scared to do all this shit. But when I thought about that, I disregarded failure. What do you do to disregard failure whenever you know this man's across you, this cage is locked? How do you go about fighting him?
Probably every day I think about what it's gonna look like at the end of the fight.
What does that mean? Give me.
So like while I'm running, like I run 3 miles like every day, every other day. You know what I mean? That's my tip. I try to keep it at a high pace too.
Yeah.
Like whenever like it gets really tough, like that towards that like 1.5, 2 mile mark, whenever you're just like pushing to finish.
Where's that emotion at?
Like I'm thinking of this dude on the ground and like there's no ref, and like this dude's family is just like pulling on the cage, like his
Bro, you got mental issues,
his like mom
bro.
is like screaming like no me home like yeah, just fucking screaming like his kids are there like pulling on the fence like fucking like screaming
what
like
makes
no
you
like
like
don't do
that?
that to my daddy like.
Okay, so but what makes you like that? What pain?
I just
What
like,
pain do you draw from?
Dude, like everything wrong in my life, dude.
Name it. Give it to me. You don't gotta hold back. Give it to me.
Man, like even like I feel like every man has like that everyday man stress. You know what I mean? Like you just have a shitty day at work. Like you can't cuss out your boss. You can't really like tell him what you think about him, kind of deal. Not my
Man,
boss.
it's deep,
I love my boss.
It's deeper than that, bro. It's deeper than that.
It is deeper than that.
It's way
dude.
deeper than
like,
that.
Like going back thinking about like seeing family members high, kind of deal. Like I'll like anything to do with women, like breakups, like where I fucked up in life. You know what I mean? Like missed opportunities. You know, I'll just think of like anything.
Like you can't miss me. Like if you shy away, bro. I've been addicted to cocaine, chasing dreams. Like I've gone to the mirror with my nose bleeding, and I have Jimmy Pacifico in a few weeks, and I have a prison sentence coming. I've gotten arrested by police. I've been all this shit. So whenever you tell me about emotional stress, there's nothing you can tell me that I haven't been through. There's no level of pain that you could tell me about that I haven't been through. Because I know exactly what you're saying, but I know how it helps you. I know how in those times when you draw from emotion is powerful than muscle. Like you have muscle, you can lift weights, you can look good, but when that emotion hits, and when you stop giving a fuck about failure, pain, and all that shit, how it elevates you, I know that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So, and I know you have that deep inside you because I've watched you fight. And you have something inside you that is a gift and a curse at the same time. And when I say it's a curse, because it's not, I don't know if it's good. Because you be beating folks up, bro.
Yeah. I don't use it for good all the time.
You don't use it for good all the time.
I still get in street fights. Like I still like act a fool at like death metal shows and whatnot.
Who's your favorite death metal band?
Oh, man, I knew you were gonna ask me this. Probably Devourment.
I've never fucking heard no Devourment.
Yeah, no. I most people haven't.
Yeah.
It's like an older band.
Oh, is it?
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting music too. Like,
so, how was your relationship with your family growing up? Like your mom, your father, were they all there?
Everyone was there until pretty much like right before I became like a young man, so like 17, 18.
And then they split up at that time?
Yeah, like divorce, you know, like everybody goes their separate ways, you know.
Did that fuck you up a little bit?
Yeah, it did. It did. I think everybody saw it did too. I kind of like.
Did you get into drugs a little bit?
Alcohol.
Alcohol
Was my big deal.
No,
and, no, and then I had to quit drinking for my first fight. And that was like the first time I really quit.
That shit don't mean shit.
Yeah, I know.
Shit don't mean shit.
I know.
Hey, legend Greg Panoy, right? I'm so addicted to cocaine at this time. I'm facing Jimmy Pacifico, like world champion. His dad was the greatest powerlifter. I called Greg, and I remember Greg. I'm like, Greg, hey, bro, I'm doing cocaine every day. I'm doing this shit before I work out. I'm so depressed because I know I'm going to jail. He said, what do I do? I said, what do I do, Greg? And Greg is a West Side legend. He's had the world record of 26:30, one of the greatest 242s of all time. He said, Chris, it doesn't matter. He said, I've seen so many drug addicts set world records. He said, you either got it or you don't. Then I called Justin Graffs, another powerlifting legend. I'm like, Justin, I know you dealt with this shit with drugs. What do I do? Like, I'm snorting this shit every day. I'm so depressed that I just want to wake up. And Justin's like, hey, Chris, it doesn't matter. You just have to show up and fight. And whatever happens is going to happen. So just do it. So I understand every aspect of what you're saying. And, like, whether it be alcohol or, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm addicted to this, I'm addicted to that. But if you're going to face your dream, you're going to face it either way. You know what I mean? Because not all of us are perfect. And when a fighter fights, you fight if you have a cold. You fight if you have pneumonia.
Right.
You fight no matter how you feel that day. You wake up and have to fight. And it's not hey, can we schedule this for tomorrow? No, hell no. So how do you feel in that aspect of whenever you wake up that day of the fight, no matter how you feel, you have to pick yourself up? How do you do that?
You talking about as if like the date of the event, like
the day of the event. Like I'm saying, like no matter how you feel, if you wake up in a bad mood, pneumonia, flu, cold, cough, whatever the fuck you got, you have to fight. How do you address that issue, and how do you pull to just pick yourself up and make yourself Chris Black?
He don't give a fuck. The dude that's coming to fucking give me brain damage don't give a fuck how I feel. So why should I give a fuck how? Why does anybody give a fuck? You know what I mean? A lot of people fucking had to save money to buy that $50 ticket that it costs to come see me fight. Like $50 is a lot of fucking money to some people, and that's another reason I fight the way I do. Like I want to give people a fucking show. So I don't like no little shit's gonna fucking stop me. No little bobo. Like I'd have to be like actually fucking injured or like deathly ill if I didn't fight.
Hey bro, and look, whenever you say that the way you fight, a lot of people talk shit. A lot of people like inflate their ego. Bro, you fight like that for real, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I hear about you and then like okay, it's like okay, yeah, this dude's got something. But when I actually see you fight, I'm like, man, this is very impressive. And it's not so much your striking. It's not even your kicks are ugly. Your punches are not that pretty. They were ugly.
They were ugly.
They were okay. Listen, they were ugly.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
I'm finna show you something.
All right, bitch. Hey, but what I'm saying though, it's not even that makes you effective. It's effort. Ray Lewis, pro Hall of Fame linebacker, said the only thing that I ever had in my life was effort. The only thing that will get me seen on tape is effort. Effort is something that can't be judged by a scale. Your effort is what makes you good at what you do. Your effort, it doesn't matter if you're the prettiest, it doesn't matter if it's the most swagger, but you coming the whole time, and that's what makes you dominant at what you do, and that takes heart and will and determination. And not everybody has that. So that's what makes you as a fighter. So, what has been the key points to your success?
The key points to my success? Hard work, I guess. Like, I really don't believe there's much talent in MMA.
There's some talent.
Not really at my level.
Adesanya, John Jones, there's some talent.
I really think it's just hard work. Like, who put the time in to learn the technique? Like sure, you see some anomalies with like some crazy power, like Alex Pereira, but I think hard work kind of speaks for itself, and hard work wins where talent doesn't. And I think, like, sport after sport, like, time after time, like, it's always shown that. That's what I was taught in high school, too, whenever we would play football against, like, more talented teams, like Yoakum or...
what position did you play?
I played right guard and defensive
How the
end.
fuck did you play right guard?
Dude, now I was getting, like, first team all-district,
how the fuck?
second team all-district, yeah.
I don't even understand. Like, okay, I'd guess linebacker, like, outside linebacker or safety.
No, I was a mean motherfucker.
Yeah,
The same
I want no drama, bro,
like
for real.
Bulldog.
You're a little bulldog? What'd you weigh?
Yeah, I would start the season at 200 pounds, and I would finish
170.
I would finish at 170. Yeah, I would.
I already knew it. You putting your heart and soul into it.
Fuck yeah, I wouldn't even like know how many calories I'd be burning a day. Like how.
And just going hard as fuck. Did you power lift or you didn't?
No, I didn't. I would see them get too many injuries, and I didn't want to like risk.
Well, who'd you play for?
Edna.
And that has some good players sometimes.
Yeah, I ran track though. That's what I did in my off season.
Yeah. So okay, so what is your most ultimate goal for this next fight? Like, okay, what is your whenever you step in the ring, what are you thinking and what do you really want to do?
man, I'm not planning on living past that fight. So, so I don't get like I'm.
Bro,
if I die in that fight, then that's it. You know.
You're not planning on living. I love you, bro. I swear to God, you got me like wanting to jump in the box.
Brandon Wakefield tried to tell me like at the end of the day it's a sport, it's not life and death. But I was like, no.
But he said
like to me it's life and death. But like
he said, man, have you ever seen Chris Black fight? And I said, no, why? Bro, you got to see it. He's like, MMA's out the window as soon as the bell rings. He said, everything that you've been coached and taught doesn't matter. All you're going to do is kick and punch for the next 20 minutes.
Them hoes going to hurt.
Them hoes going to hurt.
I them nasty.
You do. Brandon, I like Brandon, though. Brandon's, you know what I like about Brandon? He's, like, really humble. He's down to earth. He's, like, attention to detail, and he's a really good person. And, like, whenever you look at him, he's really genuine. Like, he's not trying to fake or be somebody else. He's really himself. And he got something. Like, he's really a talented guy.
I really loved my time at Satori. I feel like Brandon taught me a lot about technique-wise while I was there.
Yeah. He got some swag.
Yeah. Like, and he's really taken a lot of time to, like, go out of state and, like, go to seminars and train with
different
pros
people.
And, and go get verified to do his Muay Thai reffing or coaching, whatever he does now. Yeah, I appreciate what he's done for.
No, I appreciate.
He taught me a lot, and he's taught a lot of people a lot of things that made me better as a fighter as well. So.
And I appreciate. Hey, you didn't talk as much shit as I thought you were. I thought you were gonna gas the whole world. I swear to God.
We haven't gotten to talking about any of those people yet.
Okay, so who are those people? Like, who is like the people that motivate you just to keep going? Because I got some haters too. Like that just like whenever you think about them, they just fuel you. What are those people that fuel you?
Man, honestly, that partner that I told you about, that I started with, that I mentioned I had a fallout with, like we're pretty much the same size too. I called him out to fight.
He don't want no trouble.
He never responded.
Bro, I wouldn't have responded either.
And then
I'd have sent you the voicemail.
And then his coach.
I swear to God, you call fucking with me, I'm sending you the voicemail.
I put on Facebook everything. Everybody put I wanted the pressure put on him, and then Jacob came in. Jacob Rodriguez came in talking about how Peter owed him money. So now Philip can't fight me.
Man, I don't know. The one thing I know about Peter is I ain't never seen Peter do no foul shit, fake shit, or no bullshit. So I don't know, but I ain't gonna get into it.
I don't put Peter or anybody in no position to do some foul shit to me. Like I think that's the first mistake people make with like doing anything in martial arts, is like trusting people to like a crazy extent. Like I'll never do that again.
Yeah.
Like that's why I bounce from gym to gym, and I really think I found my home now, but
in the Monsters Den.
Yeah, but whenever I was at Satori,
I think Johnny. When I see Johnny, I see kind of a little bit of ruggedness. Like he's been through a lot in life. But he's really genuine also. Like
he's had a lot of
really good person.
Too.
Yeah, he's like. Yeah. But those make the best people because the people who haven't struggled can't tell you about the struggle. Mm-hmm. So I feel like when I look at him, I see rough edges, but I see a very good person, humble person. He's very supportive of y'all, and all I've ever heard about him is how great of a coach he is. You know what I mean? Or how attention to detail he is, and that's really all that matters. And God puts us all through something to make us better. You know what I mean? If you look at everybody in the Bible, it's always been somebody that goes through something. You know what I mean? So the most fucked up people in the world are sometimes the ones that travel the journey, and it's not easy to travel that journey. So.
Right. This is really the first gym that I felt like I've like been a part of a team at. I trained at Satori, but my style was so different than what Brandon was teaching to his students in there, and I wasn't really actively competing while I was there too. So I was kind
of. And they hated sparring you.
A lot of them did enjoy sparring with me actually.
Because you were
like
unorthodox.
The actual fighters that would
the
ones who took it serious.
Because you're unorthodox. Like you're gonna come with something that they've never seen.
Yeah, I would give them good looks.
If you're competitive, I'm gonna want to fight you because I know that you're weird. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I could train for this. Okay, he's gonna throw this. You're throwing the kitchen at them, bro.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that shows they have some nuts by the one to train with you because. Mm-hmm. Your style is so fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, but the issue comes whenever Brandon, his business is doing very successful, and he's bringing in a lot of new people, and these people who don't even know if they're going to compete or where they're going to go with it at all come in and see me tearing people up or like ripping some leg kicks or
I don't want to train here.
Or I spar around with them, and then they're like, oh yeah, this is just too much. Like whether I like hit them hard or not, because I have a crazy pressure. Like I spar like how I fight. Like I try to put pressure.
But I ain't
crazy
gonna lie, like
pressure on.
I ain't gonna lie, like if you really want it, then people would be able to stand in front of you. If I want to be an MMA or whatever, then I should be able to stand in front of you. If I want to be a powerlifter, then I should be able to face my dream. So sometimes you give people the option of, do you want to be this or do you not? Because this is what it is. This is not friendly. This is not anything else but a fight. And in the end, that's what you are, a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of give them the, hey, welcome to MMA.
Yeah, but a lot of them are just in there for fun too. So and you know those are the kind of people that kind of pay the bills for gyms.
Nah, yeah, and then you have to kind of like assess. I understand that
You got to kind of
completely.
cater to like different crowds of people as a gym owner.
True.
And
No,
Brandon does a really good job at that.
No,
too.
he really does. But in still, we're here to compete too, though. So even if we're here to pay bills, but we're also in here to chase a goal and a dream. So you still have to be able to
and
face
he's got great fighters
the music.
coming out too. Like
And the one thing I like about Brandon is also he has the heart, he has the balls, he has everything it takes, and he's not scared to compete or anything. He's a really good coach. So I like him as a person. So what is your ultimate goal in life? Like what is your 10 years from now, where do you want to stand as a man and as a human being? Like as a person, like after all this MMA, whatever, what do you want to accomplish?
it's hard to say if I'm not planning to live in past November 1st, but a responsible
crazy.
answer would be to say like, oh,
so
yeah,
you're planning on boy hitting you with a
build
head kick?
house, like pursue a career that I'm passionate about. but no, right now I'm just worried about hurting people.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not really planning on living past November 1st.
Fuck no.
Yeah, I think you're going to make it through the storm.
Oh, I think I will too, but
Yeah.
not planning.
So okay. So like whenever you're addressing a person, so you have a person that you watch fight, and you have a person that you haven't watched fight. What is the difference to you?
There's no difference.
There's
There's no difference.
It goes back to what you said about Carlos Condor, right? When you said,
I'm gonna do the same thing.
I'm gonna be myself, and then whatever you react to is what you're gonna react to. So do you think watching tape is an advantage or a disadvantage? Because
it can be. I think in a fight, like, okay, so on this fight, like, I'm gonna do some promote for Peter. So like the main event for November 1st is Greg Johnson versus I forget that cat's name, but he's a very good Johnny Ramirez. No, it's not Johnny Ramirez. It's Johnny something, but he's a great striker.
Johnny Gonzalez.
Is that his name?
I think it's Johnny Gonzalez.
Yeah. He's a great striker from Black Widow MMA, and he's actually fought Greg before, and this is a rematch. So in a fight like that it's a rematch, and
Is it hard to beat people 2 times in a row? Because like in the NFL,
it is hard to beat people
if you face somebody in the NFL 2 times in a row, the second match it's harder.
Yeah, and I think this fight's gonna be 5 rounds too, since it's for the belt.
Yeah.
And it's the main event. So in a fight like that where you can go back and see like your opponent's weaknesses, like in the previous fight, and for a longer amount of time like that, I think a fight like that would benefit more from watching film and really game planning like hard as fuck, really especially against a good striker like that. I think a fight like that would require.
So do you think what takes more cardio, me wrestling with you or me striking? Like if me and you were punching, so wrestling takes more cardio.
Wrestling.
Yeah. So hey, they're gonna try to wrestle you, bro.
I'm ready for
They're
it.
gonna try to wrestle. I swear to God, as soon as you get to throwing that thunder, but I'm gonna wrestle you off the muscle. I'm trying to grab
I've got a
leg
pretty
hair.
good range management. I think the best thing that can beat a good wrestler is an even better kickboxer, because he's gonna have the range control.
Okay, so what do you do? Okay, for takedown defense, what do you really work?
I'm changing levels with them. I'm
no, I understand that. I saw you.
punches.
I saw you switching. I saw you going up. But I'm saying, like, for actual takedown defense, what do you do to make sure that you don't put yourself in a position to go to your? I'm not saying a downfall, because people say you're actually a good wrestler. You just don't like doing it.
Yeah.
They say you have a no wrestling policy. I said, bro, he would do good in prison.
It's just boring. That's why I don't do it.
It's boring. Why?
Yeah. People don't want to see it.
People don't want to see
Like
it.
people, whenever people who train and have experience, like watch like a high level like wrestling UFC fight with like a Russian, you know what I mean? That like they can appreciate
What's
the
it do?
technique.
Damian Maya. Is it Damian Maya, the jiu-jitsu specialist?
Yeah.
Guys like that, yeah, that shit's boring.
Yeah.
I seen him fight Anderson Silva. That shit was so boring.
But to somebody who actually has training, like who understands the technique is not born to them, but like I'm trying to entertain like the casual fan too. So that's why like everybody wants to see a big knockout. You know, everybody wants to see something.
How many times have you got knocked out of the night?
I didn't get knocked out of the night.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
How many have you been knocked out?
Have I been knocked out? Not in a fight.
Okay, so how did you get knocked out outside of a fight?
I've been knocked out in sparring by like a nasty strike.
How'd it feel?
Man, it was just confusing.
It's like, okay, like whenever you get hit in football, like you're running the ball and somebody hits you and then you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I'm in a football game. Like it's like you like look around and you like don't recognize where you are.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like what it is?
No. I was more like just asking like stupid questions, like
where the fuck am I at?
Yeah, like how did I get here? Like, am I sober?
Am I sober?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
Who hit you like that?
Nah, I don't want to.
Go give him his props, bro.
Nah, because I don't know what it looked like. You know what I mean? It could have been dirty too. Like, and
it was a girl.
No, it definitely wasn't a girl. Fuck no. No.
Ronda got you.
Dude, I think I could beat.
No,
I think I could beat like a professional like woman.
Oh,
like,
you do?
In an MMA fight, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I think you could too. You could beat me. You should take that.
Or like Ronda Rousey, or fucking like.
You're stupid, bro.
What's that big bitch's name that just did the Craig Jones shit?
I don't know.
Gabby Garcia.
That big girl?
Yeah, she looks like you.
Oh,
like,
bro. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, I think
she looks like you.
I could probably whoop her too. Like Craig Jones.
Like, I can't whoop her. She said, I ain't gonna lie.
She's like 6'3",
I can't fuck with no
250.
Ronda Rousey. She'll kill me, bro. Straight up. I'm gonna like.
Yeah, nah, she might judo flip you and like armbar you, but.
Brad, I can't wait.
Nah, I would kick that bitch in her face. like Holly Holm did.
I tagged her in the live. Imagine she responds.
Oh no, that's
I can't whip no MMA female fighter. Look at like Lala Ali, like the Muhammad Ali's daughter. She hit so hard, bro. I'm not fucking with that girl. Bro, bet not, bro.
Really?
Yeah, hell no.
I don't know too much about boxing. I didn't grow up watching boxing.
Hey, but okay, so remember when Holly Holm fought Ronda Rousey?
Yeah.
And like I
remember they were trying to convince Ronda that she could box. That's why she lost that fight. She like got away from her
once Holly exposed her, remember how what was that? Amanda Nunes did her the next fight, like 48 seconds.
Oh yeah, they need to drug test that bitch for steroids.
Amanda Nunes is the truth. Like I said, wow, that's crazy. So who is your favorite UFC fighter?
Currently or all time?
All time and currently.
All time, probably Chuck Liddell. Probably the Iceman, because I grew up.
You fight like him.
Yeah, I grew up like I was like
the unorthodox angle punches. Yeah, you.
8-9 years old playing UFC on the Xbox 360. I played as Chuck Liddell.
Yeah,
so.
I like Chuck's cool. My favorite would probably be Anderson Silva, and then my current is probably John Jones.
My current's Alex Pereira though.
Why?
Dude, he's just a crazy kickboxer. Like his technique doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
At all. Like he really has bad technique as a kickboxer, but he has just freakish power.
That's you. That's so you.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not pretty. It's just fucking dominant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He throws like a nasty calf kick that's kind of I guess high risk or whatever. Like because if you get like it's the same kind of kick that if you get checked it'll break your shit.
Yeah.
So he throws.
Is it kind of like the John Jones to the knee?
No, it's like a calf kick, like up the side, like it's very like subtle and.
Yeah, because they were complaining about the John would kind of jar the knee a little bit.
Yeah, you can see that coming in my fight too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna be there with a Chris Black shirt on.
I thought about it too, because that's kind of like a dirty move, but he had a good like theory on it. He was like, they're trying to give me brain damage. I can kick them in their legs.
All you're gonna see in the audience is just me up there and the biggest shirt that I can find that says, "Have you ever watched Chris Black fight?"
God, hey bro, have you seen him?
Shirt.
Have you seen it? No, but have you seen him fight yet? Bro, he shared the video, and I'm so impressed.
I saw the video.
His pressure is amazing, bro. Like he brings it the whole time.
I just love to fight. I wish I could have fought more in between now and.
But you never know because without practicing, we don't know what show you're gonna put on until we see it. So we don't know how much you've improved until we watch, and you don't know how much you've improved.
Honestly, I don't think that people are gonna still be able to see how much I've improved because I don't expect this fight to last very long at all, anyways.
Gangster, chill out, gangster.
Straight face.
God damn, bro, chill out, gangster.
Like this, it's like a fart in the wind. Like this kid ain't.
It doesn't.
No, I'm not losing sleep over like anything that this kid's gonna be able to.
Okay, so like, where does that come from? Like, where does your level of non-fear come? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like every fight that I've had, whether it be in prison or in life, like I have some form of anxiety.
Dude, because last fight, making weight was harder than the actual fucking fight.
But still, before that, like, what brings you to that level, like, of where it just doesn't bother you? Like,
Dude, I fought bigger,
people are
nastier
different.
dudes,
People
like,
no, listen, people are different. Like when Tyson talked about like entering the ring, he talked about how like all of his insecurities would come, and then when he actually entered the ring, he was a god. Like all of them go away. I feel that because like in powerlifting competition, like I'm thinking about all the training sessions I missed. I think about all the things that I went through. But then actually I entered the plane. I'm like, man, fuck it, I got this shit. Like my confidence builds as it gets closer. But how does that do it for you? Like, what do you feel like leading into the fight? Do you feel any anxiety at all?
No. Like,
You're weird.
if anything, whenever I finished the fight, like last time I finished the fight, I felt relief. Like I didn't run around doing the Chuck Liddell like everybody else, like just fucking going crazy. I was pretty composed after.
You expect to win.
I did, yeah, I did. We actually went in there with a different game plan.
You know who that reminds me of? You remember Barry Sanders? How Barry would always score, but he would always just hand the ball to the ref. Like he's one of the greatest running backs of all time. He never did a touchdown dance. He never celebrated. He would just simply hand the ball to the ref. I expect to score. I expect to be successful. So there's no celebration. This is what I do. And I love him so much. Like he's my favorite running back of all time. And that kind of reminds me of that, of expecting success. And that's a good thing.
We're supposed to go in there with a different game plan the first time until like about 30 seconds before I walked in the cage.
And then what happened?
So I did that camp at Satori.
Yeah.
I'd been training for about like a year and a half, maybe like getting close to 2 years.
Yeah. Which is not a long time in MMA.
And yeah, I had really good cardio at the time. Like I felt like I had like just crazy cardio. So I think I was telling Brandon like a few days leading up to the fight because Brandon Wakefield wasn't my main coach at the time. Nick Hogan was. So
how's Nick Hogan?
Nick is a great coach. I think he's the best coach I've ever had.
Yeah. What made him stand out like that?
He's got the like. I think Nick is like the only clinical psychopath I've ever met.
And that's what. Okay, so like I knew that you were going to say that. You know why? Because I said he fits your mind frame. Yeah. So like it's not that he's so much better than Brandon. It's like he fit your emotion. So therefore he could relate to your emotion, therefore he could draw from your emotion and feed your emotion. Where Brandon's kind of more of a calculated guy.
Yeah,
where
he's more of a martial artist.
He's more of a martial artist.
And
so
me and Brandon
the monster that feeds you is him.
Yeah, me and Brandon were like, oh yeah, we're gonna go in, like we're gonna drown him. I'm gonna pepper him up. You know, I'm gonna fucking hit him with some good shit for 3 rounds. And then I'm gonna drown him. I'm gonna just fucking put it on him at the end, kind of like how Colby Covington fights. Until we walked out and I was getting the Vaseline rubbed on me, and my coach Nick was in my ear and he was like, Chris, I want you to fucking kill this guy. Like he said fuck that game plan. He said fuck that game plan. Go in there and fucking kill him in front of his family.
And so was that the perfect motivational speech ever?
Oh yeah. He was like, put your hand through the back of his fucking head.
What?
Yeah. He was saying some crazy shit, dude. Yeah. And I love Nick to death. I think Nick changed my life. Yeah.
So it sparked your. That's crazy.
And yeah, like I went in there. I tried to kill him.
Yeah. I mean that fits you very well. I swear to God, that's what you need to do next fight.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch you fight.
It's
bro.
life or death.
It's life or death. I really can't wait. Okay, so what shout outs do you have, bro? Like, okay, who do you want to shout out? First, I want to shout out Gutierrez Cement, Dr. Gary Braffman, Brent Dornberg Law, Rock's Gym, and all the people that have supported me throughout this APA powerlifting, Metal Militia powerlifting, RPS powerlifting, USPA powerlifting, and all the people who helped me, and anybody that in my life that have supported me throughout this time. Who else would you want to? Monsters Den
MMA, and Satori MMA as well.
Satori MMA. Who else?
And my one sponsor, Tempest Tattoo.
Tempest Tattoo. Dennis Gomez. Oh,
yeah,
gee, I got some Dennis Gomez tattoos on me.
He's done all my shit. Hit him up. Like he's
hit him up. He's live. He's gotten better, bro. Because that shit you got on you is live.
It is fucking crazy, dude.
It's some
he's
cool
done
shit.
like my whole chest piece, like this evil ass tattoo.
He's gotten so much better, bro. Like throughout the years, he's been doing it fucking at least 20 years, bro.
Really?
Hell yeah, Dennis been doing that shit forever.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, he's good, dude.
All right, Chris Black, you'll be fighting at the Community Center November 1st. And who's your opponent?
I don't fucking know.
It doesn't matter.
Jaden Smith. Yeah.
Nobody Johnson.
Yeah.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Nobody Johnson.
Victim number 2.
Victim number 2. Hey, you gotta watch this guy fight. Listen, when I tell you this guy got something, a lot of people say, you know, I can fight. I'm this guy, I'm that guy. I watched him fight. It's complete pressure the whole time. MMA's out the window. He comes to put on a show. He's a really good fighter. Anybody want to sponsor this guy? If you want to sponsor somebody that brings his heart and soul and determination in a fight, fuck with this guy. This guy's an amazing person, human being, and an amazing fighter. I'm a fucking honored to have him on my show. And I have more people coming. Johnny Ramirez will be back. Chris Gonzalez will be back. Peter will probably be back sometime in the future. Big Andre is behind the computer helping out with these podcasts. So I thank him for that. So thank you for being on, bro.
Yeah, thank you. It was nice meeting you.
No problem. Yeah,
It's crazy. This is the first time we've ever talked too.
Yeah, and we went on some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Straight stupid shit. They're gonna hate us after that.